everyone, I am Desubba. I am continuously lecturing about my new book, Scapegoatism. This book was recently published, and this book is a groundbreaking book, I used to say, because a lot of new arguments uh, have been included in this book. That argument we could not find anywhere in the book of any philosophers. First, I want to define as a scapegoatism. Before we have a lot of authors, they have written about the scapegoat and scapegoatism. My approach is uh, different than them because I argue that behind any kind of scapegoat there is a ghost. Ghost represents any kind of morality, belief system, blind beliefs, religion, culture, human emotions like ego, jealous, greediness, desire, pleasure, etc. Uh, in any kind of scapegoat, such kind of ghosts are active, and that ghost influence a person to scapegoat the other people. I have already lectured about social family scapegoat. In my last lecture, I have spoken about blasphemed scapegoat. What does the blaspheme means? Uh, those persons who were scapegoated in the name of blasphemy, including the Socrates and Jesus Christ, Copernicus, Galileo, Emmanuel Kant, and Salman Rushdie, etc. Those people were and are scapegoated in the name of religion because the ruler or the hierarchy, the people of the society, they believe they had heresy, the god system and the traditional system. In this case, basically Socrates was given the death penalty. His behind his death penalty, one reason was blaspheme that he did not respect the traditional gods and he wanted to introduce new god. That was the reason. And there are other so many scholars and rulers in this the case. Today I am going to introduce new part. It was mentioned in page number 43, and that is about persecution. A lot of the cases we have about the persecution. The case of the Galileo and the case of the Socrates was different. Socrates was purely blasphemed, but Galileo's case was persecution. Only he was in the prison, and later on he spent his whole life in the prison. And this persecution I have basically mentioned during the time of 1933 to 1939, before the rise of the Hitler. But Hitler, when became the chancellor in Germany, already the atmosphere of some kind of Holocaust was getting ready, and people were already gave some kind of signal that Holocaust bigger than the tsunami will arrive soon. And in this case, 1933 to 1939, many scientists, scholars, doctors, engineers fled from Germany to the different countries. Mostly they immigrated to the United States. I have written some names here, but I will read some important figures like Albert Einstein, Emmanuel Levinas, Erich Fromm, and Arendt are the well-known scientists, philosophers in the world. They fled Germany to the United States, and they established their theories, their inventions, ideas, and they became the very famous people. But their behind they had a behind the scene was the persecutions of Germany. If they not fled from the Germany, might be they also became the victim of the Holocaust. They fear of dying and they left to Germany and they established in other countries in the United States. Most of the scholars are immigrated from Germany, and still their generations are doing a well job, well the inventions, well the business in the different countries in the world. It has three steps. I used to say that a mini genocide, because when this mini genocide, like heresy, inquisition, and persecution, goes to the extreme stage, and it converted it into genocide, because genocide directly not arrived in that stage. Beginning of stage of the genocide is these are the four other steps, including the genocide. It is a four step. One is heresy, second is inquisition, third is persecution, and after the persecution eventually reached to the genocide. Not only the Holocaust genocide, other countries' genocide has also important role of this mini genocide. I mean to say that heresy, inquisition, persecutions are active either in the case of Nigerian civil war or the other countries' civil war. Sometimes it also happen in India in the case, because there is also sometimes Muslim and Hindu conflict, and there behind their conflict there is also some kind of belief system and respect system, and that respect system is one kind of cause, I used to say. And today basically I want to just mention about Albert Einstein and Erich Fromm and Arendt, Emil Levinas, and some other philosophers who were fled from Germany as a victim of scapegoat. Thank you very much for listening, and I am very grateful to everyone, and I hope this book is very useful for everyone. Thank you.